Okay, hi boys and girls, I'm Kathy, and I'm going to talk to you today about how to approach a dog, your own as well as strange dogs, so that your dog stays safe and knows that you're friendly. When you want to go up to your dog, make sure that the dog isn't sound asleep or can't see that you're coming. And when you approach the dog, you want to approach slowly. Don't just reach out and go, ah, and want to pet him immediately. Hey, Miss Jade, here we are. Hello, sweetie. I'm going to hold out my hand and let her sniff me. Here we are. Yeah, that's a good girl. And then I'm going to pet her gently on the side of her body or on her chest or maybe down her back. She likes that better than coming right over her head, which she doesn't always think is the most friendly way, but she will accept that. So the thing that you don't want to do is just surprise the dog by walking right up to them and going to them. If it's a dog that you don't know and it isn't your dog, you want to make sure that you ask permission from the dog's handler before you go up and pet the dog. So if Jade was with another person, I would say, hi, I'm Kathy. I'd like to pet your dog. Is that okay? And if they say yes, then you may proceed to do so. If they say no, she doesn't necessarily like all people, then you want to respect that. Girls, I'm Kathy, and I'm going to work with Gordy here and talk to you about getting your dog's attention. Gordy has been with us for a little while, and he had a skin infection on his rear end. Our vets are treating it, and he's recovering, but that's why he's got some hair loss on his back. But getting your dog's attention sometimes is really important. You want to do something with your dog, you want to do some training, and if the dog won't make eye contact with you, he can't really listen or see what you want him to do, and so you need to get his attention. The way we're going to do that is I'm going to show you something we call the attention game. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to look for brief little moments when Gordy will look up at my face. So I'm going to start here. I've got treats in both of my hands. I'm going to put them behind my back. Hey, Gordy. Yes! And when he looks at me, I'm going to say yes, because that tells him that he did the right thing, and I'm going to give him a treat. Yes! And now I'm going to treat him from my other hand, so he doesn't always expect that it's coming from one direction. And I'm just going to, yes! Wait him out. I'm not going to give him a cue. I'm not going to call his name. I'm just going to wait for him to, yes! Good boy. He's doing it a little bit more frequently now. Yes, what a good boy you are, Gordy. And he's starting to look at me a little bit longer. You want that one? Huh? You want it? You getting tired of those? Okay, we'll switch real quick to something else. Let's try these. Okay, back to work, Gordy. Come here. Here we are. Yes! And I'll say my yes nice and crisp and loud so that he knows what's going on. Yes! There you go, Gordy. Okay, he's gotten pretty good at that, so now I'm going to make the game a little bit more difficult. I'm now going to take my hands with treats in them. I'm going to hold them out to my sides like this, and see, he's looking at my hand and not looking at me, and I'm just going to wait him out till he looks at my hand. Some dogs might even try to jump up because they can smell the treats in my hands, but I don't want him looking at my treats. Yes! And he just looked at me briefly, so I gave him a treat from the other hand. Now he's back to staring at my left hand again. Yes! And he just turned his eyes and looked at me. So you don't want to cue him or anything with this. You want him to learn that making eye contact, yes, what a good boy. Making eye contact with you is what you want, and that's going to mean he gets a treat. And when he gets a treat, yes, for doing something correctly, he's more likely to do it again. And now you've got a little game going where your dog is going to make, yes, what a good boy. Okay, let's get a few more treats. Do this a couple more times. Hands are out to my sides. And he's not looking at me. He's looking around. But I'm going to wait for him to look up at me. Yes! Then he gets a treat. When he starts to get really good at this, you can start to bring your hands a little closer to his face. Yes! So eventually you might even be able to get your hands right down here by the side of his face, but he'll look up at you. Well, you are a good boy, Gordy. Yes, that was good. Oh, what a sweet boy you are.